Okay.
Native Americans have many aspects that make up their culture. All tribes have differences and similarities. In Social Change and Cultural Continuity Among Native Nations by Dwayne Champagne, he states, in the United Nations there are some 560 federally recognized Indian nations and perhaps another 400 that are not recognized. Most Indian nations have distinct language, ceremonies, traditions, religion, and other institutional relations. Okay, the first part of their culture is different languages. For example, the Cherokee speak Iroquoian and the Cree speak Algic. And then I'll show you the
The
chart.
Navajo Indians have their own language.
On this chart, it shows 28% of Native Americans still speak their native language in their homes. My second point of their culture is they tell creation stories of how the world came to be. The Creation Iroquois Myths by Harriet Converse and Arthur Parker. It covers the section of the sun, moon, and the stars. In this story, the Sky Woman, who is the mother to twins, Hagwe Diyu, which is good-minded, and Hagwe Deetga, which is evil-minded. At the birth of Hagwe Diyu, his sky mother, Ida Insect, had died and the island was still dim in the dawn of its new life. Let's see. When grieving at his mother's death, he shaped the sky with the palm of his hand and, creating the sun from her face, lifted it there, saying, "You shall rule here where your face will shine forever." But Hagwe Deetga set darkness in the west sky to drive the sun down behind it. Hagwe Diyu then drew forth from the breast of his mother the moon and the stars, and led them to the sun as his sisters who would guard his night sky. He gave to the earth her body, its great mother, from whom was to spring all life. All over the land, Hagwe Diyu planted towering mountains, and in the valleys set high hills to protect the straight rivers as they ran to the sea. But Hagwe Deetga wrathfully sundered the mountains, hurling them far apart, and drove the high hills into the wavering valleys, bending the rivers as he hunted them down. Hagwe Diyu set forests on the high hills and the low plains, fruit-bearing trees and vines to wing their seeds to the scattering wind. But Hagwe Deetga gnarled the forests besetting the earth and led monsters to dwell the sea, and herded hurricanes in the sky, which frowned with mad tempests that chased the sun and the stars. My third point of their culture are ceremonial dances. The purpose of their dances are either spiritual or social gatherings. Some of the dances the Cherokee still perform are the friendship dance, the bear dance, the green corn dance, and the eagle dance. And here are some of the ceremonial masks that they use in their dances. I recently went to the Trail of Tears powwow in Hawkinsville, and I enjoyed getting to see their dances and learn more about their culture. Here is a ceremonial dance from one of their powwows. And the fourth piece of their culture is that they believe everything in nature has a spirit and that they see living creatures as meaningful symbols. In The Spirits of the Earth by Bobby Lake Tom, he states, "The tradition Native American believes that each living thing in nature has a spirit of its own, in addition to being connected to and part of the Great Spirit. That is why we pray and give thanks to the sun, the moon, the stars, the rain, the wind, waters, and all those that walk, crawl, fly, and swim, both seen and unseen." One example of living creatures as symbols also comes from Lake Tom. He states, "Eagles are always very special and good signs. They represent protection, wealth, wisdom, foresight, strength, and spirituality." The fifth main part of their culture is writing poetry. This originated from their storytellings. One known native Kiowa and Cherokee poet is N. Scott Momaday, and he wrote the poem, "The Delight Song of Tesoa Tule." He says, "I am a feather on the bright sky. I am the blue horse that runs in the plain. I am the fish that rolls, shining in the water. I am the shadow that follows a child. I am the evening light, the luster of meadows. I am the eagle playing with the wind. I am a cluster of bright bees. I am the farthest star. I am the cold of dawn. I am the roaring of the rain. I am the glitter on the crust of the snow. I am the long track of the moon in a lake. I am a flame of 4 colors. I am a deer standing away in the dusk. I am a field of sumac and the Pana Blanc. I am an angle of geese in the winter sky. I am the hunger of a young wolf. I am the whole dream of these things. You see, I am alive, I am alive. I stand in good relation to the earth. I stand in good relation to the gods." And then it said, "I stand in good relation to the gods. You see, I am alive, I am alive." In conclusion, Native Americans have differences and similarities throughout their tribes, but overall they have a very interesting culture. Thank you. Okay. Let me feel.